I helped my grandfather build his company from the ground up, only to find out he left it solely to the men in the family. Now, I just hope he's watching from the afterlife as it all falls apart. My grandfather passed away a few months ago. He had his own business that was quite successful. I was raised by my grandparents after my dad, their youngest son, died young. When I turned 16, my grandfather brought me to work with him, and he integrated me into the business. I adored that man. He trained me in all aspects of his business, and once I turned 18, he hired me on full time, and I became his shadow. My uncles and some of my cousins worked for the business also, but none of them took it very seriously. They treated it very much like the spoiled owner's sons and grandsons. They were never well known or well liked in the company. I was known. I had a great relationship with the people who worked for my grandfather. I had also done every job there at some point. I cleaned, I ran errands for others, I managed, I hired people. I was the person he asked to step up during his illness. I basically ran the business for almost 2 years. Then his will showed another side of my grandfather, one that left me very hurt. My uncles and all of my male cousins, even the ones who have nothing to do with the business and would likely never work there, were all given a percent of the business. I was given nothing related to the business, all because I was a granddaughter, which was even stated in the will. I broke down when we were told the contents of the will. My uncles and cousins were very dismissive and told me I shouldn't be so upset because I was just a girl after all, and with me getting married soon, I'd clearly focus on having my own family. They said owning any percent of a business is for men. I should have known how my grandfather felt. I made the decision to resign from the company following this. At first, they didn't care. Some of my uncles even looked relieved to be getting rid of me, but now that all the men are trying to run it, they realize they know nothing and nobody who works for them likes them. Apparently, the employees ask them about me. I actually had some of the people I worked closely with reach out to me and say they missed me, wanted to keep in touch. The business is suffering because my uncles and cousins hers company until I retire, but that's not going to happen. I told my uncles and cousins no, and they asked me to at least consult with them so they can get some help during this rocky period of business. And again, I said no. They told me they needed my help, and I should want to help keep the family business running. I told them I had given so much to it already, but they, along with grandfather in his death, made it so very clear I am not valuable to the company because I'm a woman, and I won't save their asses just because they ask me to after showing how little they appreciated me. They accused me of being foolish and childish. They accused me of being foolish as if it was my responsibility to save them from their own incompetence. Childish? They called me childish for not wanting to crawl back to the very people who had belittled and dismissed me. The nerve. I had given that company everything, and they couldn't even see it. But I wasn't going to sacrifice my self-respect just because they were in over their heads. So, no. I wasn't going to run back and save the family business. I wasn't going to consult or give them some cheat sheet on how to run the company I had basically held together for the last few years. If they wanted to play the big boys game, they could do it without me. Let them figure it out. Let them fail if that's what it comes to. I'm done being the silent workhorse while they reap all the rewards. I'm done giving to people who never gave a damn about me. Now it's time for me to figure out what I want. I gave them my years. They can keep their crumbling company. I'm moving on.